A baby climbed up the plank to the opposite rooftop. Jack immediately ran to the baby. It turns out there's a pigeon on the end of the board. The baby tried to catch it. Just as the baby reached the end of the plank, the pigeon had already flown away, and the plank knocked Jack, who had just arrived, to the ground. By the time the other two got there, he was already on his feet. They were just getting Jack back on his feet, but the baby was just leaving the plank. Jack's head was hit hard again by the plank. When the baby turned his head to look at them, the board had been pushed over. Mike and Jason picked up Jack, who was dizzy. They were ready to jump across the room together. The other two made it safely, but Jack had not yet recovered from the impact. He stumbled and fell down the stairs. Luckily, he was caught by the air conditioning unit downstairs, but then it broke loose. Jack fell with it. He grabbed a box of bird feeders, but the box couldn't hold his weight, and he ended up on the ground. He was even hit hard by the antenna. Jason and Mike rushed to Jack's side, and the baby crawled away. The three of them were on their way to look for the baby. They fell into a big pit. They limped to the zoo. The orangutan saw the baby being picked up in the air. He roared at Jason, walked over and laid the baby gently on the floor, pounced his chest angrily at Jason, pressed hard against the pole, throwing Jason up in the air. Everyone's eyes were on him as he flew up and fell to the ground. Even the monkeys jumped. Then Jack tried to take advantage of the baby and the orangutan's rest, dragged the baby out of the gorilla's arms. He was holding the baby's feet with both hands, and the orangutan opened its eyes. It immediately sat up, then first clamped Jack's wrists with both hands. Then he grabbed his arms with his hands and lifted him up. Then he threw him hard across the cage. With a thud, Jack was stuck in the cage, and the orangutan left with the baby. The police came towards the three men sitting in the chairs. Jack covered the baby's mouth in a moment of weakness. By then the police had already approached them, asked if the yellow car on the side of the road was theirs. They need to move it quickly. Jack replied to the police perfunctorily, and the baby pinched Jack's penis. Jack screamed in pain. Then the baby took out a lighter from Jack's pocket. Then he made a lighter sound. Jack covered the baby's mouth with his hand again. Then the baby lit a fire, holding the lighter on Jack's crotch. He burned Jack's crotch with the lighter. Jack bit Mike's shoulder in pain. When the police were about to leave, suddenly smelled a burning smell. They flirted with him and left, and the baby put the lighter on the chair and pushed it against Jack's crotch, then crawled away. Jack smiled through the pain and said goodbye to the police. When they were gone, he couldn't take it anymore. Just lifted up his jacket. In front of his eyes, a big fire. The other two saw it, pushed Jack to the ground. Jason did something he'd never done before. He stomped on Jack's crotch until the fire went out, but Jack passed out from the pain.